You sure we can trust these guys, Bruce? I mean, their outfits do resemble us. I mean, yeah, look at that one. He is wearing your colors. Yeah, maybe we can trust them. Anything to help us stop Darkseid, I will take. Hello YouTube, today we are looking at the DCX Sonic the Hedgehog 4-pack with Darkseid, Shadow as Batman, Silver as Green Lantern, and Sonic as the Flash. It took me a long while to get this 4-pack. I could not find it in my store, so I just said, oh, what the hell. I will order it on Target.com. It took a while for it to be in stock on Target.com. I don't know if it is still now, or if it still is now. I will leave a link in the description for Target.com. If they do still have it in stock, please pick this up, because this is a really fun looking set. Really excited to have Shadow as Batman specifically, because you cannot get this guy without getting this multi-pack, which I find very annoying. I don't know why Jax likes to do that. You know, this is a really important character, especially in the DCX Sonic comic, and I don't know why they just left it outside of, left it in this 4-pack. Because I do have these singles. I did pick up the singles for for Sonic and Silver. And here is Silver, next to the one in the 4-pack. The exact same, just he has this really nice card back with John Stewart. Really nice. I do have a John Stewart figure, and I am getting a Flash figure in the mail tomorrow, so I will have comparisons between this Flash, or Sonic as the Flash, and an actual Flash figure. And yeah, I do have a John Stewart that we can look at. All from DC Multiverse. Window box packaging, having all the figures in the box with the DCX Sonic logo at the top. On the side, get some art of Darkseid and all the Sonic gang right there. On the back, you get some promo art of the figures. He is around 7 inches, I think around like the same size as a DC Multiverse figure, which doesn't really work if you want to use this guy with your DC Multiverse figures, because again, Darkseid is usually rather tall. Not as tall as like 12 inches or like, you know, really tall, but he is very tall, and he should at least be towering against these guys. So here they are out of box. These are the 3 Sonic figures you get. You get Sonic as the Flash, you got Shadow as Batman, and Silver as Green Lantern, just like they are in the DCX Sonic comics. I really hope we get the... I know there is a Amy as Wonder Woman. I still have to look for her. I hope they make Knuckles as Superman in the 4-inch, or is this like 4.5-inch scale, and also Tails as Cyborg. I think that'd be really neat to have the whole team as in a 4-inch scale. I know they are making a 2.5-inch Knuckles. It does come with like a 5-inch Superman and a 2.5-inch Tails that comes with Cyborg, and a reissue of Shadow as Batman with Batman in the 2.5-inch scale. But I really hope they make 4-inch ones so they can go along with these guys, because these guys are actually really impressive. Very impressive figures. The articulation on this guy, or on these guys, are really nice. I just think these two came out super loose. My copies are really loose, especially in the legs and just in general for Silver. They're both very loose, while this guy, surprisingly, is the best at all of these. He feels really nice. He articulates very nice. I was able to get him standing on 1 foot, which is really surprising. I got him in a really good running pose. I'll have the picture right there. And yeah, and then this is a decent, you know, decent Darkseid. He's definitely really small compared to all my other DC characters. Like here he is next to Batman from McFarlane Toys. And yeah, as you can see, he does not scale well at all. Darkseid should at least be like taller. He should be very imposing against the Justice League. While here he stands just like eye to eye next to them. So I won't be using this guy with these, but I will say he does scale well with these guys. So, you know, if you want to have him fighting the Sonic Justice League, you can. We will go over articulation in a bit. I do want to just compare these guys to their hero counterparts. First, here's Sonic and the Flash. You got Sonic about to run off, and you got the Flash back there. That is the one from Justice League Task Force. That's the only one I have in my collection at this moment. And then here's Batman and Shadow. They look really cool together. Again, I know it's his New 52 or Rebirth outfit, Still, I really like the grays and how they match up. And yeah, this is the Nightfall Batman, the black version. I did review this a long time ago. Long time ago. And for fun, here's Robin, because I just picked him up the other day. Pretty cool. And lastly, here's John Stewart Green Lantern with Silver as Green Lantern. And I like how they both have their Green Lantern rings. There's Silver's, and then there is John's. Well, in the comic, John actually gives Silver his ring before he gets boom-tubed into the DC universe, which is really interesting. But yeah, this is a nice little duo. All right, let me quickly run over the articulation with these guys. These are all very much the same except Shadow. He does not have this waist articulation because he has an LED in his chest, so he can have the little light up. I will show you that closely in a second, but let me run over the articulation first. They do look a little up and down, a little bit of a tilt. I know it's probably just a ball joint in there, but yeah, they can look up and down a little bit, go side to side. No real neck pivot. Arms go all the way around. You have a little bit of a butterfly joint, as you can see in there. Like, very small. Arms go out. Bicep swivel. A bit of a single jointed knee, but it does go over 90 degrees, which is really nice. Swivels at the wrist with a hinge. Actually, no hinge, but you get finger articulation, which is really nice. Again, he has a waist swivel, which is really nice. It does crunch a little bit and does go side to side a little bit, but it is really nice. Legs kick out, kick up, and kick back. And on my copy, Sonics are really stiff and very nice. Silvers are really loose, and Shadows are super loose. So just be wary of that. Legs do have a bit of a thigh cut down there. As you can see, it does break up the bit of the lining on Sonic. You got a single jointed knee that does go past 90. Swivels at the boot. And ankles that do go down a little bit and go up a little bit. And they do have some pretty good ankle pivot. So yeah, these guys are really articulated. They're at least articulated, or more articulated than the 4-inch Jakks figures. So yeah, there's Sonic. Bringing in Silver, just for a closer look. He does look really nice. There is his Green Lantern ring right there. Again, finger articulation, which is pretty cool. Very similar articulation setup, but his legs are pretty loose, as you can see, very floppy. They did come off out of box. They are just ball joints that you do peg in. And yeah, he does struggle to stand a little bit. I found out Sonic just stands really perfectly, like as you can see, like that. Well, he's a little loose. And then take a look at Sonic or Shadow as Batman. Really cool design, I will say. And yeah, that does light up. But because of that, he doesn't have any waist articulation. And yeah, his legs are really loose. But he has these really big shoes with these nice, cool details right there. Really, really cool. So he just stands pretty easily just because of how big his shoes are. But yeah, his legs are super loose. But yeah, these are really neat looking figures. Probably one of Jakks' strongest lines they've done so far. I will say the movie Sonic line, the Sonic 3 line, was really good. And the Sonic Prime figures were really good. But these are also, really, really good. I think Jakks has been doing pretty well with the Sonic IP as of late. I really hope we get video game figures using like similar body molds. I think it'd be really great if we got a classic, not classic, but like modern blue Sonic with this type of body mold. You get really good articulation with this and you get some really good poses. And yeah, let's lastly look at Darkseid and we will wrap up the video. So here is Darkseid. Again, he is really small than like he really should be. He should be towering over a bunch of characters. I mean, this does kind of work because these guys are only 4 inches. But yeah, he's only a 7-inch figure. He does look really cool. I do like this design. It is an interesting design for Darkseid. For articulation, he has like a swivel, just a swivel, no real hinge at the head. He has a diaphragm cut right here. Arms go out. You get a bicep swivel with single jointed elbows. This one is, actually no, both of them are on a hinge, the hands, so they can go up and down. legs kick out all the way. Not all the way, but as much as that. They do kick up pretty nicely. Do go back. Seems like there's a thigh cut in there. Double jointed knees and ankles go down, go up, and ankle pivots. So, you know, standard articulation for an action figure. And yeah, you can get him into some decent poses. Had them fighting Sonic and friends. But I didn't really get this pack for Darkseid because, again, he's way too small. And, you know, I will probably pose him against these guys, but he is way too small to scale with anything else. But yeah, that is my quick look at the DC X Sonic the Hedgehog 4-pack consisting of Darkseid, Sonic as the Flash, Shadow as Batman, and Silver as Green Lantern. Like and subscribe and stay tuned for more figure reviews on the channel.